Hello everybody and welcome to the latest episode of OIS in Source Series 2, Episode 2, our Football Manager Save, brought to you by Just Football and the Nordic Football Podcast. We are back with Örgryte, our chosen team in Sweden, and just take a look at this, guys. It's fresh off the back of a Twitch stream that we've just done. Couldn't resist to record an episode. And, well, there is a massive smile on my face. If you want to see the smile that's on my face right now, head to twitch.tv/twitchjustfootball. There's still time for you to follow and watch back the broadcast in full. But if you don't want to do that, just picture in your mind a guy with a massive smile on his face right now, because talk about getting out of jail. We've done it, and we've done it in some unbelievable style. I can't even begin to describe it, really, to be honest. But yeah, where do we begin? For those of you who tuned in live on Twitch, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting. ADT, Neil Baxter, Finchbomb85, a lot of you who tuned in live. But yeah, to summarise it, how do we sum this up? Basically, we're safe for now. The job is safe. Because with 2 games to go, we had 5 games to save our job. The board gave us an ultimatum at the start of this season, which stated that if we do not win 9 points from our first 5 games, we will be sacked after being relegated. Played the first game, drew 0-0, 1 point. Played the second game, 1-2-1, 4 points. But then disaster struck. Played the third game, lost 1-0 to tiny Umeå, a small club. 1-0 defeat. That meant 4 points with 2 games to go. And for those of you who are any good at maths, you'll know that meant that we needed a minimum of 5 points from 2 games. And the only way you're going to get 5 points from 2 games is by winning 2 games and getting 6 points. So we went into the game, and we went into 2 matches live on Twitch where we knew that if we didn't win maximum points from both, we would be sacked. And here's what happened. Goteborgsson mixed the team up. We played 4 Brazilians in this game. 4 Brazilians, 5 Swedish players, and 2 Frenchmen. And Varnamo away, João Alberto, 9th minute on his debut. A fantastic finish. This guy, we're going to talk about him in a second. This is his first ever game, and he scored within 9 minutes for us. Eased the nerves. Away to Varnamo, we went with an attacking formation, 3 up front. Squared it again to Michael Douglas. Now we're going to talk about him in a minute as well. His first goal of the season, his first start for OIS, his first goal. Then Patrick got in on the act. His first goal in 13 hours of football. 3-0 to OIS. And at this point, we were playing unbelievable football, to be honest. Michael Douglas coming into the midfield has had a real impact. Jokeres, his first game of the season for OIS. Patrick combining well, playing as a trequartista. Svensson in form. Look at this football from OIS. Carved them open, and Patrick slammed it home. I mean, that is one of the goals of the season. One of the best goals you'll see on this save. Just nearly 25 passes or so of silky football. And then João Alberto made it 5-0. With his second of the match. Can you believe it? 5-0 to OIS, game 1. But the work wasn't done there, because it was game 2. And this was it. We knew we're going to Malby, and they were 4th in the table, unbeaten all season. They'd only conceded 1 goal at this point, all season long, in their first 4 games. And we went into the game knowing we have to win again. Once again, we had to win, or we would be sacked. No room for error. 26th minute, Lina to João Alberto again, his 3rd goal in 1 game and 26 minutes. Lina stepping up big time. Then Michael Douglas to Patrick, 64th minute of this, and if you watched it on Twitch, you'll have seen we were on the ropes a little bit. Simon Scrab came on. We started playing a counter-attacking game. Scrab off the bench for Jokeres, and he justified his decision to come off the bench with a goal. Then there was another, it was 2-0 at this stage. João Alberto then playing really, really well. And there's the man, Michael Douglas. We're going to talk about him in a minute. Mickey Douglas to Patrick to João Alberto, and what a hit that is. Edge of the box, just inside the box. Bangs it top corner. 4th goal of the season in 2 games for him. Made it 3-0. Then 86 minutes, Svensson to Scrab. OIS have started turning on the style in these 2 games. Lucimar under pressure as well to João Alberto to Scrab. João Alberto with an assist, 2 goals and an assist. Scrab got his 2nd of the match, 4-0, and then pretty much straight from kick-off in scenes that you can't really believe. Lebeau to Lena, Brighton Lebeau, our new signing, don't forget deadline day signing, to Michael Douglas to Scrab, 5-0 to OIS. Game over, hat-trick for Scrab, 5-0, back-to-back, 10 goals in 2 games, job done. So we are officially safe in our job for now, of course. But the ultimatum, the biggest worry, that we were going to be sacked if we didn't pick up those points. Mission accomplished. And that was what the board said at the end of the game. Points target reached, so there you go. The board are delighted to inform you that following the promise you made to them, they are now satisfied that you've done your utmost to keep it. They are pleased that you delivered on the agreed points total, and were particularly impressed that you exceeded their expectations, notching an impressive 10 points in 5 matches. As a result of the improvements you have made as manager, the board have cancelled any plans to relieve you of your role at the club. Going forward, the board hope you won't give them a reason to regret their decision. And that was that. Job safe for now. And as I said, Goteborgsson smiling, biggest smile on his face you can imagine. Scrab with a hat-trick there. We praised him after the game. Just give you a glimpse of the tactics we've been playing. We've got a new style now. Changed the tactics from game 1 on season 2 episode 1. We've changed from a wing, wide players to 3 up front. And I think the 3 players that we really have to give credit for coming into the team and having a massive impact. Lucimar, we talked about him. Obviously he was part of the Landskrona boys team that relegated us, but he stepped up big time in those games, so fair play to him. Gyökeres has come on and done quite well, but Scrab off the bench, hat-trick, massive praise for him, the former North Shopping man, who we've managed to take on a free transfer. João Alberto, now this guy is looking seriously good. 2 goals, 2 games, 4 goals, 3 assists, 1 player of the match, 9.55 average rating. I mean, how about that? 21 years old, target man. He looks like a serious player in the making. And it's strange because our coaches think he's the 7th best striker at the club, and that's part of the reason I was reluctant to give him a start in the early matches. But it came to it, and we decided that his physicality, he's strong, he's good in the air. We just thought, let's play him as a target man. He's got that target man capabilities, and it's really, really paid off. He's been magnificent, our number 9, to claim that striking spot. And then this man that we also have to praise, cast a giant shadow, hail hero, Adam at 6 a.m, Summer Tree, Napoleon and Samantha, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Coma, The China Syndrome, Running, It's My Turn, The Star Chamber, Romancing the Stone, Starman, The Jewel of the Nile, A Chorus Line, Fatal Attraction, Wall Street, Black Rain, The War of the Roses, Flatliners, Stone Cold, Double Impact, Eyes of an Angel, Shining Through, Radio Flyer, Basic Instinct, Falling Down, Made in America, Disclosure, The American President, The Ghost in the Darkness, Face Off, The Game. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on. It's Michael Douglas, the Hollywood blockbuster star. But we're not talking about the film star, who has a massive filmography, to be fair to. I could still go on for about 10 more films, 20 more films. Fair play to Michael Douglas, but I don't really care about the Hollywood star right now. It's all about Mickey, 19-year-old Douglas, the Brazilian, on loan from Sao Paulo. We gave him his first ever start in those 2 games. 2 games, 1 goal, 2 assists, 9.1 average rating. He is looking sensational in midfield. Some of his passing has been off the charts. 86% pass completion rate. He seriously looks like the next big thing of this save. So Michael Douglas, those are the 4 players, those are the 3-4 players who have really helped us go to that next level. To be honest, everyone in this team showed up big time. We've got 2 clean sheets, 10 goals. There's nobody you could, call out in this team. Adam Anderson's been fantastic. Our goalkeeper made a massive save in that MLB game at 1-0. Everyone had to be on point. Johan Anderson has really, really stepped up. We praised him because he came up with some big tackles to keep us in the game at 1-0 as well against Mjällby in a must-win match. So Mendy's been good. Stenmark's been really good, the new signing. Patrick's really come onto form now. He scored and obviously got the monkey off his back with the fact that he hadn't scored for 13 hours of football. I'm just so happy right now, honestly. You can probably hear it in my voice, you can hear it from my tone. We're really, really thrilled to be still in the job, for now at least. And OIS are back up the table to second. Those 2 wins back to back have taken us to second in the table. Of course, remember, we are expected to win the league. So going to get into it for this game. We're going to play Jönköping. Jönköping are 4th in the league now, so we're going to play the very next game and hopefully open up a bit of a gap and try and start our title challenge. We've had the tension of knowing that we needed to win those 2 matches. It was quite nerve-wracking. We've done it now, so let's play. We've got Gilberto, 2nd top scorer in the league. A new player that we need to tell you about if you didn't watch on Twitch, Brighton the Bow. Deadline day signing. Splashed out 140k for him. You might remember, if you go back to season 1 against AFC Eskilstuna, I think it was episode 8 in the cup, he scored a hat-trick against us in the cup for AFC Eskilstuna. We then monitored him but didn't sign him, and Halmstad signed him. So his first 2 games for Halmstad, he scored 3 goals, and we just thought to ourselves, there's no point risking it. We had 5 games, like I say, to save our job. Just do what it takes. So literally deadline day, last minutes of deadline day, we slapped in a 140k bid and he signed for us. He scored in his debut, but he's lost his place in the team in the last couple of games because he played in that Umeå match that we lost. But he's part of the squad now, so we've got a really strong squad all round, and so I'm very, very happy with how we're looking. So let's play the game, get straight into it. We're not going to change the team. I'm really happy with the team as it is. Scrab, although he scored a hat-trick, I'm going to keep him on the bench. Jokeres is a little bit out of form, and he's even said privately that he's not happy with his form, and he's feeling a little bit down about the fact that he's not scoring. But I'm going to keep him in the team just because he's been part of a successful lineup. So why change it, eh? Let's go. So yeah, I've been really enjoying the comments you've been leaving on Twitch, twitch.tv/TwitchJustFootball. We're going to do streams probably twice a week now, mainly Fridays and Sundays we're thinking. But if you have any input on that, of course, let us know. Go and follow the channel so you'll get notifications. And yeah, like I say, thank you of course to ADT and everyone who's followed Neil Baxter. Papers say draw in this match. Bookmakers say we'll win. Top of the table clash, 2nd against 4th. So this won't be an easy game. And don't forget, although we've kept our job, in terms of the ultimatum, we've still got a lot to do to, keep the momentum going and make sure that we don't lose any momentum. So let's get into it. Home game. We had 3 away games in a row, by the way, just now as well. So that added to the pressure, really. The fact that we had 3 away games and we had to get 6 points. 2 away games and 6 points, which we did. Here's Michael Douglas. Here's Svensson. Here's Jokeres. Let's see what we can do against Jönköping, who are one of the other big teams in the league. We'll be competing with them maybe, if we can stay at the top. We're going for an attacking tactics now. We used to be playing counter-attack in the old 2nd division, didn't we? In the top division, sorry. This season we've changed it to attacking. And we've been playing some really nice football of late. And here's Michael Douglas. Here's Joe Alberto. Here's Patrick. He's spread out to Lena. Good ball. Lena. Svensson has lost it. But Johan Anderson's there. Sweeps it up. Here's Jokeres. Now Lucimar, the Brazilian. He's put one into the box and it's Patrick. Just wide. Great save. From Kobazev. in goal for Jönköping 20 minutes in. Svensson, now the youngster, takes the set piece, but Stenmark just overruns it. Here's Patrick. Now his form's really picked up. We've started playing him as a trequartista, and he's looking good. We switched him from the left side to the right side, and that's had an impact, I think, maybe. But it's still 0-0 here, and it'd be really nice to get a third win in a row. Let's not let up the momentum that we've built. Here's Lena on the wing, our captain, to Patrick, to Michael Douglas, and João Alberto just wide. It's a corner. Came off a defender. João Alberto's looked really good. Here's Svensson now. Mendy overhits it, but Gyökeres has put it straight back into the box, and here's Mendy again. Pressure on from OIS. But yeah, I mean, let us know with a comment which players you've been enjoying. Here's Svensson, 19 years old, and I think we've talked about it before, he's had interest from Leeds United, who have been watching him. Here's Michael Douglas, the man of the moment, to Svensson, to Gyökeres. Gyökeres is probably the one man who needs to have a good game to keep his place. Anderson has done so well lately. There he is again, wins it in the air. Here's Michael Douglas. Patrick loses it. And Anderson again in the air. He's been magnificent. Svensson. Both are coming on. And here's Gyökeres. Just wide. Coming up to half time now. It's been a positive start from OIS, but no goals. Momentum and morale is up, but obviously here they are, and it's a great save from Anderson again. Jönköping nearly scored there. And Adam Anderson now, don't forget, he's our 21-year-old academy goalkeeper. He's taken the place of Keyboom. Put faith in him this season as the number one, and he's repaid it so far. And here's a counter. Here's Gyökeres. He's lost it. And I think Gyökeres may come off, if not half time, then second half at some point, because Simon Scrab is itching to get on. So there you go, half time. Not as good as the previous two games, but 0-0. Patrick looking nervous, which is strange. But you know, maybe after those 2 5-0 wins, the players are a little bit maybe taking their foot off the gas. We'll give them some encouragement. And we'll give Gyökeres or Patrick 10 minutes, and then it will be time for Simon Scrab, maybe, the man of the moment, who hit a hat-trick in his last game off the bench. Lena with a bit of a rough foul to start the second half. Remember, hit subscribe on YouTube as well, and give us a follow so you'll be notified of any upcoming episodes. Relatively calm start to this second half. Gonna give it 3-4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes more, and make a change. Let's make that change now then. João Alberto, he's not having a great game, is he, on YouTube? He's great on Twitch, maybe. Maybe he's a Twitch player and not a YouTube player, but gonna leave him on anyway because I really like what I've seen of him. But let's bring on Simon Scrab, playing as a defensive forward, and let's just keep up that momentum. Give the players a bit of encouragement. But here's Scrab now, and he plays it back to Mendy, to Svensson, to Michael Douglas. OIS have really started to play some nice football in the last few weeks. Here's Scrab now, in the team, to Douglas, to Svensson, to Patrick, working it into the box, and João Alberto scores. João Alberto, well, there you go. 5th goal of the season in 2.5 games. He takes a bow. That is what he can do. The Brazilian. It's a great ball from Patrick. They're really forming an understanding. The two Brazilians, Patrick and João Alberto. And although he wasn't playing well in the first half, he needs no second chances, this guy. He's got his 5th goal of the season, and he really is starting to look good. And it's 1-0 to OIS. 11 goals now in 3 games, 2.5 games. So we are looking pretty good, I'm pleased to say. I think we've brought you too many defeats in recent matches and disappointing results, so this is nice to be bringing you some nice football. Here's Svensson, he's played into Patrick, and João Alberto just wide. Well, it's a great save. Jönköping have gone to a 4-3-3 now. But let's keep on the momentum. Kobazev saves it. 1-0, now Mendy. Here's Michael Douglas, like we talked about, man of the moment. Out to Lena, who's been really good down that wing, our captain now. The cross is cleared, but it's only as far as Douglas, and back to Svensson, and straight back to Lena. And he's put in another cross, and João Alberto. Where have we found this guy? 2 goals in 5 minutes. And this is the story of the season so far, isn't it? João Alberto, on loan from Brazil, and he just planted the header. That's what we need, someone who can head it, who can create chances of his own. He's just put the ball in, and Lena, the cross, and he's headed it into his own net. 2 goals. And he is rampant at the moment. It's his 6th goal of the season, I think, in 3 games. So here's Scrab, he's lost it. Jello, now we've been looking at this guy in the transfer market, that defender. Maybe bringing him in. We made a bid for him in the window, but they wanted 150k, which we weren't willing to pay. They're on a break now, and Alm hits one. It's just over. I think I'm going to make a change now. Don't want these players tiring, although they're in great morale, great shape. Michael Douglas is maybe tiring a little bit, Svensson as well. So, going to bring on, and take off Svensson, give him a rest, and bring on Success in Wusu, who you'll know because, of course, if you watched the YouTube last season, he's a player that we had. He wants to leave at the moment. He's handed in a transfer request, so he's not playing for us right now. But let's give him a few minutes in this match. He'll come on in a minute. Here's Scrab though. Just need to keep our shape now. They're on the break. Anderson with a great save. And I think what we should do as well is just switch up the tactics a little bit. Moose is on now. We've been attacking. Let's just play a standard game. Standard and structured. With Nwusu 2-0 up, we don't need to chase the game too much. Lucimar now to Scrab, to Lucimar, to Mendy. OIS have started to get their swagger back a little bit in the last few weeks, but Jönköping on the break now. Remember, we are the sort of team that used to give away cheap goals late on. One thing we need to improve this season is that last 15-minute period, conceding way too many goals. And there's Anderson, and he's cleared it. A fantastic play from Anderson. He's been good again here today, but they're back on the break, and it's a through ball. He's offside. Just need to keep our concentration here. 10 minutes to go. I'm going to bring on. I'm going to take Patrick off, and I'm going to bring on Timmy Stolt-Hermansen. I think he should get some minutes. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that, sorry. I'm going to bring on Teddy Bergqvist. Now, this guy's a real talent, but he's not done a great deal since he joined on loan from Malmo. So he's lost his place in the team to João Alberto. But let's give him 10-11 minutes now to see if what he can do, maybe make an impact. Scrab with the corner now. It's cleared by Jallo, who we like. A few minutes left, and it looks like we're going to make it 3 wins in a row, which is we've not done that for a very long time, have we? On this save, not since the old days when we were in the same league, before the top division league days. This is a nice platform to build on. Still a few minutes to go. Can we keep a clean sheet? Over the bar. Maybe we can. 3 clean sheets in a row, and OIS get their 3rd win consecutively. 9 points, 12 goals in 3 games. And it's João Alberto again who is the star. Look at this guy, 21 years old. He looks like a serious coup now. He's a real finisher, isn't he? His stats aren't amazing, he's still developing, he's only 21. On loan from Atletico Mineiro, we're not even paying him that much. But he's good in the air, he's good finisher. So that'll do. Let's just congratulate them. Going to go passionate there because that's a big win for us and I want to keep the spirits high. It wasn't the best performance, but it was an important result. And Wusu came on, did okay. Scrab didn't do that well, but it's fine. João Alberto's performance of the highest quality. Adam Anderson's 50th career appearance. And he's now played 343 consecutive minutes for OIS without conceding. So there you go. He is a player to watch in the future. Adam Anderson, he's looking very good. Remember we said that Arsenal were sniffing around him at one point. Patrick's made his 75th game for OIS, and Christopher Line his 100th career performance. So there you go. It's looking good, isn't it, for OIS right now? 54% possession, 12 shots, 5 on target. Wasn't probably the best of attacking performances, but enough to get the job done. Two goal, 5-minute double salvo from João Alberto. 4,000 fans. Obviously attendances have dropped because of the relegation, but that's fine by me. Happy with that. And just quickly run through the stats. So Lena with the assist and Patrick with an assist. Key passes Svensson and Patrick, Michael Douglas, Mendy and Lena. Johan Anderson 25 interceptions, incredible. And Mendy 12 interceptions. So yeah, Michael Douglas 9 interceptions. He looks so good, doesn't he? 113 passes, 96 completed, 85% completion rate. Mickey Douglas, I mean, talk about fatal attraction. So let's leave it there. Another episode in the bag of Voice in Source. Hit that subscribe button and thank you for joining us. And yeah, I mean, he is the man of the moment, really, isn't he? João Alberto. 3 games, 6 goals, 3 assists. He looks absolutely unreal. And maybe he is the find that we've been looking for all along. Especially the fact that, you know, Lucas Fernandez, remember him? He's now scored more goals in 3 games than Lucas Fernandez, who we sold to Tromsø in the entirety of last season. So that tells you everything you need to know about our newest Brazilian. We'll do the press conference in a minute, but let's just look at the table. Because OIS are no longer in Source, OIS are in the top of the league. There it is. I've got a few teams with games in hand, but you know, we'll enjoy our moment. 6 games, 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat, 14 goals scored. Starting to find our groove now, and only 2 conceded, which is very important. We need to tighten up that defensive record. Now we're top, the board are pleased. Things are looking slightly better now, aren't they, for us? And so there it is, the story of the season. João Alberto on form for OIS. He's been brilliant. You've been brilliant. I've been brilliant. Goteborgsson's been brilliant. It's 3 wins on the bounce now. OIS are starting to look a little bit tasty. We'll leave it there. Thank you so much for your support. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Don't forget twitch.tv/Twitch Just Football for the live broadcasts. So thanks for watching. We'll be back with another episode. I think we'll be back for the derby, 16th of May. We've got Gais away in our own stadium. Gais, now, for those who don't know football in Sweden, they are our biggest rivals, one of our biggest rivals. They are a team that we share a stadium with. There you go, fierce rivals. Gothenburg local derby. So that will be a massive game against Gais. We might bring you that one. Whether it will be on YouTube or Twitch, we'll announce it. But follow us on Twitter at Nordic Footpod and Twitter at Just Football to be informed. And we'll be back very, very soon. So we've got a few more home games now, and before that Gais game, let's see if we can keep the momentum going. But thanks for now for watching. Take care of yourself. Keep social distancing. Goodbye.